Hi guys, Alex here. Today I thought we would go ahead and do a drive along style vlog. I wanted to talk a little bit about James Charles and everything going on with that, because I'm not sure if the regular drama channels that I watch are really explaining everything in the way that I would like. So I thought I would go ahead and share my own opinion about what's going on, and then also just some of the messiness that all these influencers are doing online, because honestly it just gets worse and worse, doesn't it? So if you guys haven't seen the drama with James Charles that's going on, there was actually a TikTok influencer that came out and said that James was sending them inappropriate photos, and they are 14 years of age. So yeah, obviously that looks really, really bad. And it's definitely a problem in the gay community, in my opinion. I mean, especially when it comes to straight men. And we know that James Charles has some sort of fixation on straight men, which is also something that is prevalent in the gay community, and that is super annoying. It's a really bad stereotype, because when you're going after a straight man, that is predatory behavior, even if they are of age. But when it comes to someone who is underage, that's 10 times worse. So we don't exactly have the proof when it comes to this, but in my opinion, it's pretty believable. And there are a few reasons why. If you guys keep up with James Charles on Twitter, just a few weeks ago, and this isn't like proof of anything, but it's definitely a pattern of behavior. Just a few weeks ago, he had commented on one of the Phase Boys photos, saying like that he looked cute. And this boy was 16 years old. It's like, James, you would think by now you would look into these people, because people are going to notice what you're doing. You have millions and millions and millions of followers. So you really need to be on your best behavior. And even if you didn't, you should really be checking for the age of these people, because the TikTok influencer in question that we're talking about is Ethan something. I'm not really going to say his full name or include any photos, but he put this story out himself, so I don't see any problem with talking about it. So he actually said that he contacted James Charles through Instagram, and he was the one who initiated it, so there is that to keep in mind. He said that he wanted a friendship with James, and I believe James got back to him and said that he would feel more comfortable talking on Snapchat, which to me is a red flag, because we know that Snapchat, the messages get deleted. There isn't as much of a paper trail when it comes to talking on Snapchat. And when they did go and move to Snapchat, that's when James actually sent the kid some inappropriate photos, allegedly. That's what this kid says. Okay. He says that James sent him some inappropriate photos. And, you know, obviously that's really messed up. That's against the law. That's not right. When it comes to whether or not this is true, that behavior is really high up there. It needs to be taken very seriously. I think that this kid said that the police are going to be involved. He has lawyers involved. And yeah, this behavior needs to be taken very seriously. And I don't think that the drama channels are really treating it the same way. For some reason, James Charles gets some sort of pass, maybe because it's just his boyish looks or something like that. But this man is 21 years old, and he should be paying attention to who he's talking to online. Because I looked at this TikTok boy's videos, TikTok or whatever. I don't really mess around too much with TikTok, because it is just a lot of young people acting silly, and I just don't really have the time for that or really care about that. So I did look at his TikTok just to see, you know, what was going on, and to me, he definitely looked young enough to if I was James, I would be looking into it before talking to him, especially before sending inappropriate photos like that. I would definitely be looking into it, because he didn't exactly look old enough, in my opinion. He wasn't old enough, so it just makes sense that he doesn't look old enough. So obviously with this boy, he has a following. That's what he said. And James is alleging that he told him that he was 18. Okay, and then the boy says, no, he didn't say that. He said that he was 14. And then if you Google search him, it comes up that he's 15. So there's a lot of different ages here. But I think when someone tells you that they're 18 and it looks suspicious about whether or not they actually are, you should probably be looking that up, especially if they're famous. Okay, we're going to use that word lightly. It's all right there. And if they're not famous, you should be looking more into it as well, obviously. But it makes me question, like, why exactly does he want these young boys like this? Because it's James Charles. Obviously, he can get any kind of guy he wants, but he seems to be fixated on these straight boys, and not just straight boys, but young straight boys, which is just in and of itself sick. It's not right, and it's already predatory behavior if it's a straight man, allegedly a straight man. So there's this thing in the gay community when it comes to straight guys that's always been like a running joke. A lot of people have talked about Jeffree Star used to have a song called Straight Boys, and you know, that's just always been a thing, like this forbidden fruit. I can't have them, but I want them. You know, people are interested in men, and I guess it's some sort of I want what I can't have kind of thing, right? I want what I can't have. So it's obviously, it's not a good stereotype, because these men, if they're going to take your advances, something tells me that they're not actually straight. So what are you trying to mess with these people's heads, especially these young boys? That's where it's really sick, in my opinion, because they're not fully developed. They don't understand. Even 18, to me, like, I would never go after someone who's 18, 19, 20, maybe 21, maybe. But anything younger than 21, like, I just couldn't see myself trying to pursue anything with them, because they're just not mature. It's like, what is your why? They're children almost. It's disgusting. So when it comes to the things that Jeffree and Shane, they were obviously accused of doing similar things. Well, not Jeffree, but Shane. But nothing has come out, and nobody really has come out and said that they were contacted by Shane. So it just seems to me like James is getting some sort of free pass just because he's 21, when the age discrepancy is still there and it's still apparent. Now, that being said, it's a little light on proof. Obviously, there was some nude photos, and then I don't really want to get into that. I don't think that this boy should be releasing these photos to the internet. Maybe if that's something that he has, he should be releasing that to the proper authorities, because we don't need to see them. I don't really have any desire to see them, let's be real, when it comes to James Charles. But there's that. Let me know what you guys think about that in the comments down below. Obviously, proof is a little bit light at this point, but I feel like people aren't really looking into it, and people are ignoring it because it's James Charles, and I don't really understand why that is. When it came to Shane, people were quick to jump on that, but not this. So I'm a little bit confused. I'm a little bit confused when it comes to that. So next I wanted to touch lightly on Instagram and TikTok influencers. I don't know, behaving badly. Influencers, oh my gosh, influencers behaving badly when it comes to what they're showing right now. And there has been a huge party in LA where all these people were going, and then now it's coming out. I saw a tweet from Elijah Daniel that behind the scenes, a lot of these influencers are getting sick. They're passing around the virus. And of course, that was told to a lot of people that this is what was going to happen. They're not protecting themselves in any way. They're just going to these parties. And I'm not here to tell people exactly how to live their lives. I think, you can still see friends and family and keep it safe. But we should really be keeping our social circles, pretty small at this point. Right? I don't think that necessarily we need to throw the covers over our face and hibernate for the rest of eternity. Unless you are severely immune compromised, and then you take the initiative to continue to shelter in place, then that's, that person's prerogative. But I don't think that we all necessarily need to be completely cut off from the outside world right now. But it just seems a little too soon to be going to house parties with these people that you don't even really know, because these influencers, they don't all know each other, right? It wasn't exactly a close-knit group of friends. And these are, of course, young people, and their followings are young. I believe Charlie D'Amelio, whatever her name is, was there, and her following is going to be so young because it's these TikTok people. And honestly, I thought that she was okay. Like, I didn't really see any drama coming out of her or anything like that. Of course, I don't really follow these people on TikTok because I just don't care. I mean, she's a 16-year-old girl. Why would I really feel like the need to follow her? But yeah, her following is going to be really young and impressionable, and I think that she should be careful, especially around these Hollywood influencers. I think she should be careful. She seems to be new on the scene. She seems to be okay for now. But who knows when she'll, be in her first scandal. That's only a matter of time, right? All right. So that's going to be it for today's video. I think I've had enough. I've had absolutely enough of these people. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, and I will, of course, catch you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.